Hey, welcome to Hive, where you can stay up to date with the latest updates about marketing, sales, and business. You can also get more details from our website at www.livehive.com. Podcasting is an excellent technique to connect with a large number of potential clients or customers. However, podcasting is only practical if you have listeners. Preferably as many of the perfect ones as possible. No one wants to go through the trouble of starting and producing a podcast, only to feel like they're shouting into the void. Naturally, this begs the question, how do you encourage people to listen to your podcast? Which promotion approach should you employ to boost engagement? What can you do daily to observe download statistics trending upward? The following are some suggestions for broadening the reach of your podcast. The tactics range from relatively standard and straightforward to those that may be a tad outside your comfort zone. Leverage existing assets. If you're just getting started with podcast marketing, you can use your existing online assets, such as social media and your website, to generate buzz around the launch of your podcast. You do not need to build separate social media profiles or a website. If you are an entrepreneur, influencer, or mentor, you can most certainly have a presence and a following on several social media platforms. Share photographs, movies, sound bites, or anything else you can think of to engage your social media followers. Users of social media sites can deliver their message in a fun and unique way. So when developing promotional content for social media, make sure to use your imagination. Transcribe podcast audio. Recording a podcast and publishing it are two fundamental steps. However, there is one more thing you may do to boost your efforts. Transcribe your podcast so that folks who merely want to browse through it before playing or downloading it can do so. The internet is a vast world full of people from different walks of life. Therefore, you should do everything in your power to help your audience and market your material. A transcript, for example, can be helpful for anyone who wants or needs to absorb content in this manner. Convert into a YouTube video. Because your episodes are in audio format, podcasts appear to be unsuitable for YouTube. Fortunately, YouTube has proven to be a fantastic venue for sharing your podcasts and reaching a larger audience. In a single month, YouTube has over 2 billion logged-in users. It is one of the most popular platforms for people who just wish to listen to audio. So if you want to reach a large, active user base, don't overlook YouTube. According to a University of Florida survey, YouTube is the leading destination for podcast consumption, outperforming numerous popular platforms such as iTunes, Spotify, and Google Play Music. Make sure to syndicate your podcast so that millions of people may hear it. This also aids in establishing a presence on social media networks where you can amass a loyal following. Use paid advertising. We can't ignore the importance of advertising. Where there's an audience, and there's advertising. While podcasts have become one of the most popular ways for customers to get essential information, it's difficult to market and attract the right individual's attention. The good news is that podcast listeners notice advertisements advertising podcasts. The key is to reach out to the proper people. To get the most out of your advertising budget, you must first determine your target audience. Nonetheless, don't limit yourself to a single category. People frequently have a wide range of interests. Platforms such as Facebook and Google provide a plethora of targeting possibilities for finding the right people on the web. Cross-promote across social media. Cross-promotion is an excellent method for increasing the number of people who listen to your podcasts. It is a marketing strategy that can be used in a variety of ways. Sharing your material across platforms, from blogs and websites to social media, is one part of cross-promotion. Another consideration is forming alliances and having other podcasters distribute your work on their channels and vice versa. For example, if you run a blog, you may reach out to other podcasters and request a content swap to share content relating to your show. As a result, you may now reach new audiences. Be a guest on other podcasts. Many prominent entrepreneurs, presenters, and influencers appear as guests on podcasts. Getting a guest podcast interview is an excellent approach to establish oneself as an expert in your field. Guest podcasting allows you to address new audiences directly. The best part is that you will gain all of the benefits of podcast exposure. When you have a podcast to market, this strategy is ideal. But even if you don't intend to promote a podcast, guest podcasting can have a positive impact on your business. Consider celebrities who appear on talk shows to promote their films or politicians who enjoy making cameo appearances to advance their cause. You should, however, be a guest on podcasts in your field. Another option is to invite guests, preferably someone with a large social following in your business. You can ask them to help you market your podcast, and the results could be spectacular. Because the exposure is reciprocal, it is a win-win situation for everyone. Optimize for web search and SEO. If you want to advertise your podcasts, you must consider SEO factors. The majority of people are unaware of how SEO works in the case of podcasts. I used to get a lot of SEO inquiries from podcasters. Using keywords to optimize your material is one way to get your show to appear in search results. It is important for you to find a way to get your content in front of people so that they can familiarize themselves with your work. The majority of your visitors will use Google and other search engines to find your fascinating content. Find partners and affiliates. When it comes to content marketing, partners and affiliates are pretty important. The most successful brands prioritize partnerships with other businesses in their field. So before you start looking for mates, you should understand how the reciprocity principle works. It's a two-pronged tactic. You may also collaborate with affiliate marketers that advertise various products through podcasts. You can monetize your podcasts in this manner. An affiliate network is a great place to locate affiliate partners for your podcast. Submit to podcast aggregators and directories. If you've started a podcast but only have a few listeners, it's time to expand. Distribute your podcast in venues where people are looking for new podcasts. Many podcast directories can assist you in disseminating your material and gaining a large number of listeners. Be careful when submitting to directories if you want to be easily found. Creating great content is only half the battle. True success comes from being heard by those who matter. You can reach audiences that would have not found you otherwise if your work is listed on the correct platforms. Ask listeners to like, share, and subscribe. When we use the word engagement, it might feel like a buzzword. As a podcaster, interaction is critical to the success of your show. Therefore, it is crucial to recognize that engagement entails interactions with you. Because people prefer to be led, you must encourage your audience to participate. Don't leave it up to chance. Ask your audience to contact you or visit your website if you want them to. Podcasts are the easiest way to connect with your audience. Spoon-feed them to enrich the entire experience. Make it simple for people to follow you or learn more about your items. However, don't forget to encourage your listeners to subscribe, listen, and share your material. These are some ideas for increasing engagement. People, however, will not participate if they do not know how. So, tell your audience how they can contact you if you want them to. If your podcasts are lengthy, place your CTA in the beginning, middle, and end. In short, keep things simple and invite your audience to participate. If you're beginning from scratch, choose 3 to 5 ideas and implement them consistently over the next 6 months. Begin with the ones that feel most interesting to you, then incorporate them into your workflow and monitor your progress. Growing a podcast is a famously time-consuming endeavor. Pod fade is a real thing. So modify your thinking for the long term. Spend your time and effort in a few of these tactics, and then adjust or add more as you become more comfortable and begin to see results.
Don't forget to leave a like and subscribe so you can join the live Hive squad and be a part of our channel. Thank you for watching.